Hi everybody, welcome to the stream today, part 2 of my birthday extravaganza. You know what the word, I can't say it right now. Anyways guys, thank you so much, and we've already got an advertiser bot ready to come out, and we're banning that one right away. Anyways, the ban hammer has come out. But anyways, just a couple of little things. Obviously, please check out my manga series Vamp the Lost Soul from volumes 1 to 5 on Amazon Kindle and Google Play Books, which will be quite fun. Obviously, check it out on physical copy on my print link as well under Vamp the Lost Soul. I will be contacting Mixam soon to see if they fix the little worldwide postage issue and all that fun stuff. Anyways, also, guys, this is not the second part of our birthday. We'll be doing some art today. Check me out on my other social medias. Give me a follow, like, sub, whatever it is, equivalent to a follow. Feel free to do so we can get acquainted. Feel free to chat with me or lurk. It does not matter either way. We're here to either chill, have fun, have a giggle, and have a little natter chatter with each other. Anyways, we're going to get on with our manga series today, because yesterday I did a little bit of Space Marine 2 and some D&D, so today this will be purely art today. But anyways, if you have got artworks to show, the only thing I ask, please do not post any AI content of any kind. It must be created by you and you alone, and no AI assistants. So put it on there on Show Your Art. It can be music, Warhammer painting, digital art, and you know, your own artworks essentially. So feel free to slam it on there and we'll view it through halfway through the stream. Anyways guys, let's get on with the stream. Hi everybody, welcome one and all. Yeah, for those who are new and who have not seen me before and thinking, who's this weirdo here? Just, you know, sort of streaming on here. I'm Vamp the Lost Soul. I have a manga series so as a self-published mangaka, obviously named after well, it's the other way around. But it was named, the channel was named after my manga, because I kind of did the manga before the channel, so I thought it'd be easier then to link up so you know who I am and all that fun stuff. Also do D&D on Monday halfway through my stream. I do mostly art. I rarely game, but what I do, I usually play between like either Space Marine 2 type of games or JRPGs and stuff like that. So yeah, welcome to, and if you sub, you will become a tea cultist and we will indoctrinate you. I mean, totally a club, not a cult at all. I mean, can you trust this face? I mean, I wouldn't do anything sinister like indoctrinate you into a tea cult. No, anyways, guys. Anyways, all jokes aside, we're going to carry on with our artworks today. So, how you all been? How you been? Yeah, since yesterday. I would love to know. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, feel free to obviously, like you say, ask me questions about being a self-published mangaka and stuff like that. I am also I'm doing revamp of volume 1 of my manga series, because my manga series has pretty much got picked up by a startup company called Hoseki. So yeah, I'm doing that at the moment, so I can't wait. Anyways, but yeah, we're doing like ear stuff here, like that. I need to get the logo back up on here actually, because my Hoseki logo has just it's made it disappear in that, so and I don't know where it is, but we'll get there somehow. But yeah, by the way, it is pretty much confirmed at this point. I will be at AnimeCon UK next year in Birmingham. If anyone is a bit curious of why anything hasn't been said, I did kind of had to get on their case yesterday a little bit, and I had to have help with artist friends of mine, I should say. So you know who you are. You're amazing. Thank you for your assistance yesterday to get me into contact with and see what's going on. But yeah, it is happening. They have been filled in on my situation. But now, yeah, so I'm pretty much confirmed. I've just got to do the payment, and then I'll get the table. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. For those who say, oh, are you then attending MCM? probably are very unlikely due to certain things that have been going on sort of behind the scenes. But yeah, just so you guys are just kept updated with what's going on with me, for those who have been fans for a long time. I also want to say thank you to everybody for their loyalty, for being part of our community, you know, and stuff like that, because, you know, I know I'm a very, very tiny little guy and stuff like that, but I do appreciate, like, every one of you. So please, obviously know that I do appreciate every single one of you. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get on with this anyways. Let's get the, I love this music. All this music, by the way, is done by Panda Beats, so feel free to go check them out. It's like free streaming music as well, and yeah, it's very copyright friendly. I've been using them quite a bit so far. I've only had like one problem, but luckily I think that's pretty much got dropped. But that was due to like another company going, and I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, you know what they're like. Speaking of corrupt companies, by the way, has anyone heard the news about Iron Mouse recently? Like, I was I was actually really shocked at what was going on. Like, I thought V Shoujo, like, from what they've said, like, they look after their talents well, they're very legit, and stuff like that, but it literally turned out like not only they might have allegedly been keeping money back, but they owe like a charity that Mouse has been raising for a lot of money too. And to be honest, like, the only reason I mention it is because normally I don't get into like the dramas of the internet world or politics or stuff like that, but it's kind of made me realize that, you know, when you look at stuff that's happened over the years with, and this is not just with VTubers, but you look at Dungeons and Dragons and other gaming, you know, the gaming scene and stuff like that with Stop Killing Games. Like, I think we're hit. This is what I've said to people. People are going, oh, no, I'm wrong. All companies now are getting outed because a lot of people are getting sick and tired of corporate greed, and their greed sort of leading them to make really shitty decisions. And I think they realize, and especially with the cost of living now going up, like, prices are now higher up than ever, and we are now starting to question, well, why are we paying for this much? But you look at gaming, like, a lot of people do not question prices recently. But as soon as, what was it, with Mario Kart World came out, and they're going, why is this £80 or $80 or whatever? I think people have now started to question a lot of shit now, and it's just like, and when they question, stuff comes out the closet, and you're like, what the fuck? And it is honestly, to me, it is honestly crazy to me, because it's like, yeah, you guys could have been legit and, you know, look after your talent and stuff like that. To be honest, this is why I think we need talent protection laws, like, more now more than ever. I know they did one recently, a couple years ago, because of what happened with Doki. But Jesus fucking Christ, like, I think, like, not just with VTuber talents, but literally, like, across the fucking board, like, AI protection, stuff like that, everything. I think shit is now getting full on called out. And I think, to be honest, like, I thought about it quite recently. I think Disney knows why the wind is turning, and that's why they kind of attacked, like, the AI company, not just because of infringement, because they know, like, they will start looking towards Big Bad Mouse, and they're going to be like, oh, what else have you been up to, Mickey Mouse? But yeah. But what they did to Mouse was absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, from the alleged, again, because I know they're sorting everything out. Like, if you haven't heard, so essentially, Mouse literally left VShojo. Like, literally just straight up left. Because she wasn't being paid properly, which is one thing. That's bad enough on its own. But the fact that there is, like, allegedly £500,000, like, dollars, like, not been paid to Mouse's charity of choice is, like, another thing altogether. Like, I can't, like, honestly, I can't believe what's going on. But yeah, but it just goes to show, like, I think, to be honest, like, a lot of companies now need to start being put under severe scrutiny. And I know it sounds really bad, like, from how I said it, but when you look at, like, the recent history of companies and stuff like that, like, I'm not kidding you, like, Sainsbury's and Tesco's, there was, like, a news clipping. They got called out recently as well when they got dragged into, like, literally consumer rights, like, courthouse sort of thing. And one of the MPs went, so why in the city, in a normal store, you're charging, like, £2 for a box of Weetabix, but you're charging £2.50 in an express store? And then they come up with all these, like, bullshit reasons, and they turn around and went, but that's no excuse. And I think people are starting to smell what the way the wind's blowing, and there's only, like, a few, like, tone deaf, like, rich people and a lot of tone deaf, like, MPs that are, like, still kind of not being transparent and being dicks. And it's like, oh my fucking god. But that's why I think, like, I think we're gonna see a lot of transparency coming soon. Like, not immediately, but over time. Like, how do I explain this? Like, over time, I think people are gonna start coming out of their, like, sort of shells, and they're gonna have to own up to a lot of shit. Because we live in an age now where a lot of information can be easily accessed, and people are starting to realize they can use their platforms to advocate for better changes. Like, when you think about what's going on, like, the stuff that went on with MCM with me, I've hinted at, but now I've kind of outright said, I think allegedly, I think I've been blacklisted for stupid reasons. I've seen a lot more people come out of the woodwork to call out MCM on other subjects as well. And it's not just MCM. Like I say, again, you got the whole Niji Sanji thing. I think since, like I said, Doki Bird came out with her shit on that front, like, a lot of people have just gone, do you know what, we've had enough, and we're going to start calling them out. And people start to know now how to protect themselves more and more. Like, until it's proven, you always say, like, allegedly or apparently or according to X person. Because then you're kind of saying, this is, like, where I got my facts from, but I'm not sure if it's actually correct. Which means, like, they can't really touch you for defamation. But, yeah, like, I'm not kidding you. Like, again, Pirate Software has been called out, and, you know, it's just, I could see all these just dominoes just falling fucking down at once, and it's crazy. It is fucking crazy how all these big companies are just starting to get called out, and I think we're going to hit, you know, it's going to take, like, one big incident, and I think that may be potentially what Iron Mouse is going through. Depending how this goes out in public, will be an absolute catalyst to blow up, like, a lot of dirt from a lot of companies, just, and that'd be it. We are seeing maybe even an end of an era where corporates think they can get away with anything. And I've noticed, like, since about the recession, that first recession we had as a team, things went slowly in decline, and quality of life has. And now things have been called out, and it's like, we're at the point now where we're like, well, why are you being all bloody comfortable while the rest of us are suffering, and you've done nothing to sort of make things easier on people? Don't get me wrong, there are good millionaires and companies out there. There are good people. I've met some of them. But when you look at the situation as a whole, you can see how messed up things are right now. And I think we are now hitting to that boiling point where things are just going to boil over and it's all just going to kick off. You know, look at Trump. Like, Trump has now been called out on these, like, secret letters thing, I think. Stuff like that. Like, it is fucking crazy. Like I say, it is absolutely fucking crazy how a lot of things at once are being called out now. And now a lot of people going, now we want answers. We deserve answers. You know what I mean? And it's not even in a Karen way as well. It's just because things have just gotten that bad. It's just, things are just starting to get called out left, right, and center. I wouldn't, like I say, I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of companies or like the more richest people are going to start doing a lot of philanthropy to get their image back on track. And same with companies. I've just got a feeling, I think we all know now, all the goodwill that everyone has for everything has been lost because of the amount of greed that has been happening. But that's just personal opinion. And I'm just finding some situations quite interesting right now. Like you look into it and, like I say, I think we have gotten to the point where good people have now had enough and now they're starting to call people out. Like, I'm not being funny. If you've got Iron Mouse of all people walking away from your company and telling you you've done a shitty thing, you've done pretty fucked up. You know, and it's crazy actually. Like, to me, it's just mental. Like, you could treat like your biggest asset, and like, you know, Mouse has done a lot of awesome things with charity, and not just that. She's apparently, from what I've heard, like, she's a very lovely person in general, and the fact they treated her like that, and you know, and she's, I think, from what I've heard, she's one of V Sojo's like biggest names in there. So, whew. But I honestly, like, I do wish Mouse luck because from, like I said, what I heard, she's a lovely person. She's done a lot of stuff. She's been through a lot of shit. So I hope out of this, she can find some peace of mind and just sort of move on to a life to a point where she can feel like she could trust people again, if you know what I mean. Because just getting backstabbed like that, not just for yourself, but for the charity you're really passionate about raising money for, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it fucking sucks. I thought I heard a thunderstorm for it, I mean then. But tell me guys, what do you think about it? What is your opinion? Let me know. If not, if you just want to lurk and chill, that is fine. But yeah, sorry, I just thought I'd talk about this a little bit today because I just find it I just found that whole situation, like, personally for me, quite interesting. Because you kind of watch it and you're kind of like, holy fucking shit, how did they go so wrong so fast? And sadly, things can happen like that. But it's like, and literally, I've only found out like all this news with Mouse this morning, which is fucking crazy. Like I literally got up and saw it, and I thought, all right, let's look into it in a moment. Like, Sea-Dog has actually like straight up made a video very quickly as well, which that says a lot because I think, like, again, Sea-Dog doesn't get involved in this sort of shit, and just the fact now he's kind of piped up about it. You know, obviously because them two are quite close friends. But, oh my god, like, it's just gone absolutely batshit right now. Like, the VTuber scene is just gone crazy. But I do think this might be, like, the catalyst where I think changes are going to start happening soon. Because if they don't, there'll be a lot of questions asked. And I don't mean just in corporate, on just, say, JoJo's level. I just mean just generally, like, our governments might, like, if this blows up the way I think it's going to do, I think even MPs will be watching this case with a very close eye. and changes might have to start happening. Like Stop Killing Games as well. Like on the EU side, I know they've hit their mark so far, and all that fun stuff. But speaking of charity, by the way, I'm raising money on my Twitch channel for the Masons, since I am a Mason myself. We do a lot of good things. We raise money for a lot of good charities. So if you want to donate to the Masons, feel free to. Like, a lot of money does go to a lot of stuff, to disadvantaged communities, to other charities like Samaritans. We'll check out their website. There'll be more detail into it. Yeah, it's just, it's good. It's really good stuff we do. And you should get involved with it, because at the end of the day, you know, any charity thing is always a good deed. And I think, you know, if you got the power to do some good, even if it's not financially good, like, you could do someone like a good deed, like, you should always do it. Looking at you, big corporations, you know, big money, big power, you know, a lot of responsibility. Just saying. But all jokes aside, but yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, but anyways, guys, if you got any questions about me doing my books and that, feel free to ask. Obviously, I'm more happy to sort of like answer them as much as possible, because obviously I do want to encourage others to sort of get into sort of creating mangas or comics or writing in general, or just get into something creative. So you guys, you know, because I do feel a lot of people go, oh, what's the point creating now with AI and that? And it's like, mate, there's always a point. Plus, there's some huge court battles going on right now with AI corporations and you know, like big companies. So as much as I don't like the Mouse's business practices, at least this one is, I view this as a win for the artist community if they can pull it off. And it could lead to like some sort of legislation protecting their works against AI, which means it could lead protections to the rest of us. So yeah, but you know, this is like one of the few things we just we just need a win. But yeah, there you go. Sorry to like talk about this as a whole, but it's just like I said, I'm not one of those who covers that sort of thing, but just looking at this and just having like a bit of an introspective, and like how Mouse got screwed was huge. Like, I cannot understand what she's going through, but as someone who's been screwed to the company to a point where I nearly took my own company to court for discrimination purposes, like, that's the thing. Like, I've seen a lot of stuff like go on, and it's like, and I think we are just hitting the age now, and I think a lot of corporations are smelling what the wind is saying, and they're like, we can't get away with this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the amount of times we've seen companies caught red-handed in the cookie jar. Like I said, again, Dungeons and Dragons, most of the gaming companies now will Stop Killing Games. Even big independent, like, YouTubers and VTubers alike, like Cinder and all that stuff. It's crazy, really. And I think, like, honestly, I think we are on a cusp of an age where companies are now going to get policed. Like, there's no ifs or buts. Like, yes, they can hide it all they want, but one day they will get called out. Stuff will be said, and yeah, and things will happen. And I think they're starting to realize that now, and it's like, oh shit. Like, I've entered an art contest recently. Won't name the company because I don't want you going harassing like the judges and stuff like that, but there's been a lot of problems with their uploads. There's been a lot of problems with judging, stuff like that, unfair advantages, stuff like that. And yeah, to say it lightly, it's been shitty. And like, I don't enter art contests anyways. I entered this one because I thought it was a fun contest. I thought, even if I don't win, I get to see some artworks. And then I realized why I now don't enter them in general is because sometimes shit like this can cause major problems. And don't get me wrong, like, there are some good art contests I entered. Like, I entered the Takanatsu one, and I didn't go in there expecting to win. But I won. And it felt good that showing how far as I come as an artist as well, and grow and stuff like that. But yeah. It's just seeing how far I come. But, like, looking at Voyrage, it's just like... But, sorry, scratch that. But, yeah, there's been now a lot of accusations of art entries, vote manipulation, stuff like that. Double entries. Yeah, there's been a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff that they should have dealt with, and they haven't. And, you know, which is such a shame, really. So, yeah, I think I might turn my back on that company in general now, and I'm just like, Joe, what? Nah. They've not just lost me as someone who entered future contests, because the thing is, the prizes weren't bad at all. You had tablets, which I would have given away to an audience member. There was money, like, I could have used for, you know, and vouchers I would have used towards products, stuff like that, and actual cash as well, which means I would have used that obviously towards prizes for the art contest, stuff like that. I was you know, I knew I wasn't going to win, but I thought if I give it a shot, if I do win, I win. If I lose, whatever. And to just save you a long story short, I wasn't gonna get it. I didn't get even the top vote. I didn't get in the judges' choices, which is fair enough. Like, some of the artworks I've seen are way better than mine anyways. So, like, I wasn't really bothered that I didn't get through, because at the end of the day, I saw artworks on there, and you could tell there was so much love and effort to put into it. But those same artists got screwed. And I think that's what bothers me more, is I've seen artists on there are way better, and I mean way better than my artworks, and they didn't get in. Like, at all. And I have to admit, part of me did want to make a video, and then I went, no, because then that's going to get me into drama content, and I don't want to do drama content. But it is crazy, like, you know, like, the amount of stuff I've seen and the amount of unfair, like, judging that I have seen so far is absolutely crazy. Like I say, some people do deserve their top spot, but it's just, there's a lot of stuff out there that, how do I put this lightly, like, didn't look after their people, basically. Like, oh, at the end of the day, like it's just crazy to me how things like that have happened, and oh my god, it's just, yeah. It's so, my brain just, like, it actually has been blown by the amount of shit that's gone on with him, and it's like, holy crap. Holy crap. But yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Like, I've sat there, and even I was like, dude, that's just mental. But there you go. Like I said, like, sadly, things can get crazy. Life can get a little, you know. And it's taught me, this is why I don't enter contests in general. Like, I love running contests because I try to be as transparent as possible. Like, even in the rules, I went, this is my judging criteria. And if anyone fed me back anything, I would look at it and go, yeah, or no, I don't think this is a good idea, and this is why. You know, like, me and Blam and the Clovers, right? We were, like, chatting about how to do, like, the interviews and stuff like that. This is actually us now being open about our process. Like, we were talking about, oh, we should do this, we should do that, and then, like, all of us will get into a conversation and we go, oh no. I think there was, like what one of our policies is, like, when we record the interview, once they've either got through or not, once they go through the whole process, we'll give them the recording on the interview. So one, it holds us accountable, and two, they have a copy. So, and it's basically us saying this is us being in good faith, and stuff like that. So we'll record like the interview with them in it, so you get to see, you know, our process and stuff like that, and we keep a copy for ourselves, because then, you know, we've got you know, we can hold like other things accountable as well. So, and then I think there were some ideas like, oh, should we put this in it and this, and we put like yeah or no because data protection or whatever. Like we kind of have to sort of make sure that, you know, stuff like that. But it's like during the like the interview phase, like if we think someone's underage, we get someone to show their ID. However, it's like we don't show it on the video because that's data protection. That's for them. That to be honest, the only reason we ask for ID if we think you're underage is because we only let people who are over 18 onto the like sort of like live stream section. We made that policy due to just to protect everyone in general. I had to have a word with somebody that I didn't realize, like, you know, whatever. And I told him, I went, look, mate, you didn't tell me you were this, so you're going to have to not come on until you're 18. But it wasn't like D&D wise, but it was like earlier on in my career when I was still a bit naive about everything. But yeah, the thing is, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just we always try to protect our... you know, it's not just for ourselves, it's just to protect everyone else as well. So yeah, it's just sort of, you know, the one thing I believe in is like try to be as accountable as possible and try to be as transparent as possible with you guys. And I've said that to Hoseki, is like, I am the type of creator that I'd rather be as transparent as I can and try to sort of, so it keeps our audience sort of at peace that, you know, we are trying to do the right thing with the people and just try and sort of, you know, do the right thing by the fans, for the fans. You know, I told her about I want to give revamps for those who already got volume 1. Because, yeah, all right, yeah, I have put time and effort in redoing the whole book. However, it's not fair on those who have purchased the first book to not get the revamp. Like, you know, and I've been very adamant on that subject. So, but they said, yeah, I could do whatever I want because the only thing they brought was a license. So it's not like I can't do it, if you know what I mean. And I think they do appreciate the fact that I do want to look after my fans, if you know what I mean. And that's what I like about Hoseki, is they understand where I'm coming from. And hopefully that will keep going, so... So I just fixed up my line work a little bit because I know he's like, hold on a minute. That line work ain't right. It looks a little weird. But, yeah. And that's what I want to do. And that's the kind of creator I want to be. If I don't get anywhere with it, I mean, I could turn around, put my hands out and go, do you know what? At least I fucking tried. You know what I mean? And I tried to accomplish, like, my dream. And I tried to tell my story. And you know what? That's all I can ask of myself. But yeah, there we go. Oh. Ah, that's why. I was looking at it like, why is my thing not working? And then I realized why. I went, oh yeah, I did a herpaderp. But yeah, so by the way, guys, if you do want me to start playing games later on as well, please let me know. We might do like mostly art and maybe a little bit of gaming. I'm downloading Persona 3 on my console just to give my console a chance to sort of, you know what I mean. And then we get to play it a little bit. Like, if not, maybe a bit of Space Marine 2. I don't know. But yeah. But, you know, I just want to celebrate with you guys. I want to celebrate my birthday with you guys. I want to, you know, have fun with you guys. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. That was a bit too wide. I just realised.
This is why sometimes, folks, it's not good to follow the yellow brick road. Because something screwy might happen. Just like now.
To the mat. That fucking kid I was right. Did a rat. Anyways, I don't know what's going on with me today. So warm today. It's getting hot in here. So take off. No, I'm not. Oh God. I'll tell you what. I had to award a whole Clover's inspiration point yesterday because of I just got a really funny conversation happen between Clover and Pelorion, and he goes a hug, and then Clover went, because obviously Clover played her when Clover plays her character really well, it can come out with some absolute fucking hilarious results. And of course Clover doesn't know like wordings from the surface world, so when you go hunk and she goes, "What's the hunk?" And she called her own dad a hunk, and you just got a dad going, "Please don't say that to me again." Oh God. But yeah. Yeah, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, my dad's a hunk," because literally Blam's character went, you know, a muscly guy. And she just blurted out and went, "Yeah, my dad's a hunk." And it's just, oh, it was so funny. And I wish somebody clipped that as well, because that was just a fucking hilarious moment. I might go back to it later, and like, if I got a little bit of time, and just sort of, just get the clip, make the clip, and just like, you know. But oh, it was so funny. It was so funny. Sorry, this tune is a bot, mate. It's like Cyberpunk is like fucking yes, mate. So I don't know why, but it's just like the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. I've picked up like some more Panda Beat stuff, and I've now just shoved it all in one playlist. Luckily, like they have like the whole album in one bit, and it's like, yes, let me do it. That's the way I want it. That's the way I do it. Oh, I forgot to get the original volume 1 out. Whoopsie. Anyways. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, this is just like... Oh, God. Has anyone played Doom, by the way? Doom is absolutely, like, a sick game, by the way. Just saying. Do you know what? I'm going to undo that line. And I'm actually going to make, like, a frame. There we go. I'm going to put the handle a bit lower. Because I think if you're going to pull the door, like, sort of... So the engraven should be... Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to, like, figure out where your hand would be from the other side. Even though that you won't see the hand. So I'm just trying to make sure, like, the handle's, like, sort of at the right place where you're kind of, like that. So you'd be like... Yeah, I'd say, like, roughly there would be a great place for the handle to be. It's like one of those, like, Japanese slide doors. But, yeah, there we go. Oh, God. Oh, by the way, I've noticed there's a mobile game's been trending. Something to do with anime horse girls. Can someone educate me what that's about? Because a lot of people have been talking to me about it. It's like, actually, the game's really fucking good. And I'm like, are you sure? Like, I did kind of watch, like, a bit of a YouTube video on it. Like, not the game itself, but the history of it, which is actually really super interesting. And it's kind of, like, raised awareness, like, about treating horses really nicely. And apparently, like, somebody donated, like, a shit ton of, like, feed to the horse. Because, like, all these horse girl characters are actually based on real race horses that actually raced. And there's one funny one, like, apparently there's this, like, horse that literally was a bit of a diva. And there was one, like, race where he just went, "Nah, I ain't racing, bro." Literally just stood there at the gate and went, "Yeah, nah, mate." And apparently, like, he has such a distinct personality. Like, people just love him for it. And it's just like, yeah. But, yeah, it's kind of brilliant. It's quite funny. He just went, yeah, nah, bro, I'm not gonna race, mate. It was actually quite interesting to see like a documentary on it, and I was like, you know what, for something about like something as stupid and crazy about, you know, yeah, like instead of anime cat girls, it's like anime horse girls. It's like, it's actually like the history of it is really interesting, and apparently like every character is actually based on a real racehorse, and some of them are still alive even today, because apparently Japan has an actual like England have like a bit of a history with like horse racing, which is quite interesting as well. So yeah, apparently he's got his own anime, and I'm a bit like, do I want to watch it? Like, but yeah, there we go. But yeah, there we go. Awesome. God, it's so hot. It is literally boiling. Like, I'm boiling my ass off here. Have I given Kaz too big of a hips? Oh my god, Kaz, your hips don't lie. Let's spin them out a little bit. Kaz's hips aren't meant to be that big. Let's make Kaz's hips just a little bit more realistically small. You do not have the hips of Shakira, Kaz. I'm sorry. I have to trim your hips down a little. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot more in proportion of Kaz. Oh god. I don't. Why have I given her like? No. This is me not concentrating and trying to chat to chat.
That was me, that was stupid, though.
Do 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 do. Right, we need to get the original book up for expressions. Sorry, I'm just bopping my head to this. What? So, you know, like, sometimes you got a headbanging moment, like, that is a proper little headbanger tune there. And I am not apologizing for my bad headbanging. You can all go suck it, you know, like, no joking. Could you imagine me saying that? If you don't like my headbanging, you can suck it. You can all go take a bubble bath. There we go. Right, so we need to scroll down to the original page. We need to make this smaller, by the way. There we go. Just give me one moment. You won't see it yourselves, but it's just for my reference, essentially. But I'll still see the chat once I get the reference up. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There's a lot of pages here. We are on page... Oh, we're on page 32. No, 33. There we go. Right. There we go. Maybe do like a raised highbrow like that. Yeah, that's it. And then... right, the eye box is here, so it'd be... And then... That's it. Awesome. And then... Just make sure the whip's like as same. There we go. Yeah, give it a bit of the rock look, like. There we go. Hold on. Cheeky smile. There we go. Awesome. Right, there we go. Sorry, I just looked at it. I went, where's that Rang Fang cheeky smile? I'm going to move this a little bit so I could get like, I could actually look at my reference a bit better. There we go. And then I can see chat and feed at the same time. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. I just love the bass drop on this. It's just so fucking bop. Anyways. Just want to take a closer look. Yeah, that expression. It's not actually a smile. Why am I getting the wrong pen? No, not the wrong pen, you fool. Vamp, you idiot. You got the wrong pen out, you idiot. Stimpy, you fool. Anyways, there we go. Anyways, there we go. Awesome. Oh, a bit of synthwave in there. Nice. Oh, crap. Yeah. But, there we go. And... nah, that's a little too not wide enough. Was that Pip playing with wires just now? So, just checking on the cats. Oh, that is a nice breeze. Oh, might rain soon. Might get another Thundercats. Ho! Thundercats. Thundercats. Sound like Dobby sing Thundercats there. It's like not amused, like look from Kaz to sort of fix up the pen work a bit. There we go. And then just sort of, that's it. Oh, this tune goes so fucking hard. Sorry. Just like, well, you know when you listen to something and you're like, yeah, mate. Goes hard, mate. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Is Loki on the Loki cam today? No. Pipperoo. Pip, pip, pip. You alright, baby? Come here. You wanna fuss? You wanna cuddle? No. No, he's like, fuck off, Dad. He's just looking at me like, fuck off, Dad. I say, I tried to place the camera somewhere where the cats can be seen, like, most of the time. Like, Loki used to lay up there, like, where the camera is a lot. And I used to be able to, like, position the camera so they could walk about on it. And now they don't use it as much, and I'm like, oh. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Like, Pip used to come up here a lot, actually. I think it's because he keeps bothering her. He's kind of like, whatever. You know. Do. There we go. Awesome. I think we've done everything with Kaz, but honestly, I kind of want to do more with her shirt. I just feel like in the original, like when I look at the original, there's like nothing on her shirt, and I'm looking at it like I need to make a Final Fantasy reference. You know what I mean? Joe, what? Joe, what I'm gonna do? Hold on. Her chest size is unequal as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Like, that side I'm kind of fine with. Just need to do that and then just sort of... yeah, okay, cool. And I'm gonna actually sort of re-angle that a little bit. Because I don't like the way, because that didn't look like very, honestly, not realistic. Not realistic, but just sort of not. There we go. Right. I think I'm going to grab up something, and I'm going to see if I can grab this up. Now, this is the thing. Do I want to make a reference? Joe, fuck it. I want to do a reference to Cloud. So let's get a reference. Yep, there we go. Now, I think we're going to go with the classic FF7 look. So... because the way... there we go. Because the way the dates are, what I've done is that this game would have been roughly around. But... yeah, we're going to kind of have to sort of go back to this area. And... what I'm going to do is try to do like a classic look for the shirt. and we're gonna make like a reference, but we're gonna have to sort of do it like outright first with the sketch, and then just sort of develop it like that, and then maybe do like a cool thing here. Just do like the face looking up, and then it can kind of blend with the weapon. So if we're gonna do a Cloud Strife reference, I think what we're gonna do is start off with the actual facial structure. Just sort of, that's it. Yeah, that was a bit of a Callahan chin. We don't want that. And then just sort of get the face shapes right. Maybe do that. Now, how do we gonna reference Cloud's hair? And then just sort of maybe just, and then maybe do it like that, because then it is over exaggerated. And then instead of going like that, like he had it, we can have it sort of, yeah. And then do like a different eye type as well. Like that. Yeah. And then we could have changed like the Buster Swords look a little bit, and maybe just make it a bit more blockier. And then maybe have like a curve on this. Just sort of like, you could tell it's an outright reference to FF7, but you could tell it's not, you know. I like designing weapons as well, so it gives me an excuse to design a weapon. But yeah. Maybe just like that, and just maybe just have the guard like sort of like this a little bit. And then just sort of like that. And then just sort of have like a collar up as well. So then at least then what we do is with the reference is sort of, yeah. Okay, cool. And then that will be like a nice little reference to one of my favorite TTRPGs of all time. Like PG? Sorry, JRPGs. Fucking hell, man. This is what you happen when you're a nerd of all-round stuff. Okay, cool. I think we got it. So we'll probably then maybe enter the color phase a little bit earlier than, well, it's not even a little bit earlier, just straight out enter it. Just sort of. There we go, awesome. Now what we can do is layer it. So make a new layer. Get rid of this for a moment. Oh shit, I forgot to do the eyes. Just let's get the eyes done and the eyebrows done of Kaz, because that looks a bit freaky without her eyebrows. See, artists can fuck up too, guys. Hashtag artists can fuck up too. Okay, let's just like that. And then, but yeah, and then sort of, so it's like kind of like Kaz is going, yeah, right thing, but no mate. There we go. Let's do it like that, and then just get like the rubber and just sort of start cleaning up a little bit. By the way, guys, thank you for the happy birthdays as well for the last few days. You guys have actually been awesome. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Don't like the way that eye looks. Let's fix that. And then just sort of... There we go. And then just sort of do that in the process as well. And just sort of circle around there. And then we got to do this. There we go. Just like get the original story back up just to see. Okay, because I'm pretty much done with my reference now. I know what I'm doing with it. And yep, cool. So we've got eyebrow. Get the rubber here to sort of clean it up a bit. There we go. And just sort of do that again. Probably extend that line a bit as well. And just sort of, yeah. And just sort of clean that up a little bit. There we go. Awesome Rhinos. Pretty happy with that. And then there we go. And then what I'll do is then get the vector rubber and just sort of just get the gaps going here so you can see like what's actually going on. Plus it makes it easier to fill in like the eye bit as well. And I'm just gonna sort of fill that up a bit better as well. There we go. One pupil's still bigger than the other, and it's bothering me. Yeah, that pupil's still way too big to me. I don't like that. Get rid of it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't want it. So let's try and fix this up again. There we go. Yep, I'm happy with that. I'm happy. I'm happy, happy, happy. Oh, there we go. I think the pupils are a little too small on this one as well. So I'm just going to widen this a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, because then it looks like she's kind of going... Yeah, and then just sort of... There we go, because she was annoyed. Awesome. Right, so now we can actually get to the colouring. Sorry. I kind of... You know when you look at it, oh God, oh dear. Thank you, Ko-fi, for the heads up. Yeah, guys, so feel free to check out my Ko-fi, obviously. You know, every donation, like, does help keep me going. It does help me with a lot of stuff. So, yeah, feel free to obviously donate. But, yeah. Awesome. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Okay. Awesome. We've got to do our nose as well. There we go. Awesome. Right, now we can actually get on with it. So first phase is obviously getting all the stuff that's meant to be in dark to get that done as well. So just do that. Oh, there's a gap. That's why. Okay, and... Oh no, no one caught the Pokemon. Oh well. And just do that. Do that. Awesome. And sorry, just like the hyper focus mode at the moment. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, some bits I kind of had to sort of like darken in by hand. Just need to get that. Just gonna have to do it by hand. Like some bits you just have to do by hand. Because I've got no inhibition. That sounded so wrong. So I was like, oh dear. Oh my. Oh my. But yeah. I've got no inhibition and I've got no ambition. Do this by hand as well. Just sort of. There we go. And then just sort of spill the bucket. There we go. And get that done as well. Just step back a little. Oh, yeah. I want to get this done as well, actually. Sort of like get that sort of completely dark. What's going on here? Oh, no, that's part of it. Sorry, I just wanted to have a closer look at that. Right, back to that layer. Just sort of fix this up a little bit. Because I think that's what's happened here. Okay, now we can kind of flip this. Okay, and then just back to that layer again, just sort of. Awesome, I'm happy with that. Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Awesome. That's a full background panel. That's a full background panel. To be honest, like, I think this is like one of the first pages, like. Okay, so now we've done that. We get our paint bucket. If I can find it. Oh, there we go. And that as well. Just do that a little thicker. And just keep going. There we go. Just keep adding with that mission. And I've got no inhibition. I don't know why I got that song in my fucking head. You know when the song just gets in your head and it just like do 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 do. It's one of those moments that a song just gets in my head and I can't get it out. I can't get it out of my head. Again. Right, we need to drop that back down to a 7. Get that to black. Fix the problem. Here with the trousers, because I forgot to draw in something else. Right. There we go. Baby, yep. Yep, there we go. And just seeing this. Any hello! You've got an earworm. No, I haven't got an earworm. What are you talking about, earworms? Mama Vamp, are you being weird? I've got no earworm. I don't know who's been saying that. Oh, wrong layer. Just sort of just do that. And then that, and then just fix that. Yeah, how you been, Mama Vamp, by the way? Welcome to the stream. Do 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 do. Just getting a cup of tea, and then just sort of trying to see where the potential gap is. So if I see guff somewhere, Can't see it. Could it be there? Just like I haven't drawn it in enough? Oh, it's called an earworm. Yeah. 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 my autistic brain took that quite fucking literally. Like, I was like, put my finger in my ear like, I haven't got no earworm. You crazy fool. I see where this has gone wrong. Okay, cool. I found the gap. All good. My tism brain took that wrongly. I apologise. What are you up to, Mama Vamp, today? Apart from mosey on down to my stream. There we go. I like it. Mosey on, like mosey on down. Like old Ollie. But yeah. Oh god. What's going on here? Why is that going like... Is it because like I'm just bucketing it in and I'm just like not looking at where the corn does not know where the paint lies. Let the paint flow, as one little corn berserker says. All good. Glad you're all good. Right, just zoom out a bit. Yeah, we just got to do his hands. Hands, shoulders, knees and toes. Get ready for work. Oh yes, fair enough. Well, I hope you have a good time at work. Just do 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 do. Then how's everything, by the way, Mama Vamp? How's Papa Vamp doing? How's old Papa Vamp doing? How's he? Did you? Yeah, I did. I had a really lovely birthday. After UK visit Mama Vamp, I had friends come over, and we played Ticket to Ride, and yeah. Oh god. But yeah, I did have a good birthday. We had like first part of birthday streaming. Yesterday I did some Space Marine 2, did some D&D. That was quite fun. And yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time with chat. Yeah, they found it fun that, you know, I was playing the game. Obviously. I haven't told them the story yet of how well Papa Vamp did, quite surprisingly, compared to you. Like, I've told chat about how you did, but like I said, I was actually quite generally surprised. Like I still can't get over how well he did. I think he actually kind of took me by surprise. I was like, wait, he actually is doing well. What the hell? Papa Vamp's good. Trying to download a game on his computer. You give him... Have I? I turned around to... Joe, what? I turned around to Mrs. Vamp, Mama Vamp, and I turned around, I went, I bet he's gonna... I turned him into a nerd. I've corrupted him. I've turned to a right old nerd. No, it's good, because it gives Papa Vamp something to do, I think, so... I'm glad he's got a hobby and we can share it together, you know? Do you know what game he's trying to download, by the way? Just wondering. Just out of curiosity, is it Space Marine 2 by any chance? Oh god. But yeah. I'm just curious of like what Papa Vamp's trying to download. You got me curious now. If you don't know what I'm on about, chat, Mama Vamp has come visit me from the land of Facebook. So, yeah, and we're having a conversation. We're having a little conversation. But yeah. Doo-doo. There we go. But yeah. Oh, Hitman! Yeah, Hitman's a good game. To be honest, no. When Dad used to play games a little bit back in the day, he introduced me to Hitman. That was the other way around. I got into the Hitman series because of him. But yeah. But does that mean he's going to invest in an Xbox controller as well? I'm guessing. I'm taking a wild guess here. I'm guessing he's going to invest in an Xbox controller so he can plug it to his PC. And why have I missing a hand here? God's sake, Vamp. Sorry, I'm turning myself off because I'm missing things. I haven't ruined him. I've given him an acquired taste for gaming. You know? It's not my fault he's a nerd. Yeah, he's been exposed to it for years, you know? It just means he was a closet nerd, you know? He was just in the closet about being a nerd. Closet nerd. I wouldn't say I'm an influencer. Nah. Now, if I was influencer, Mama Vamp. Mama Vamp, if I was an influencer, I'd be rolling in the fucking money. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be fucking rolling in it. And I wouldn't be working at my office, if you get what I mean. If Mama Vamp forgets my coding at the office I work. But yeah. And that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. If I was, you would know about it. Let's put it like that. Yeah. Yeah. Papa Vamp. To be honest though, Papa Vamp was a closet nerd because I do remember back in the day, right? He got Age of Empires for himself, which I got into because of him. Hitman, again, that was because of him. What was it? Rainbow Six. That was because of him. Because he had that game when I was little. What other games did he have? To be honest, I mostly got into gaming because of him. Like, I gamed with this stuff and that, but when I went on the PC, and he had those games, I started playing them because of him. So some of the game genres I got into was literally because of Papa Vamp. Was it Age of Empires or Civilization? I can't remember which one it was. All I know is it's a war strategy game with, you go for it, you kind of upgrade your bases through the ages. But it wasn't a tiled one. And then there was that tile war game that he got me into as well, which had knights and wizards and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. That was a tiled one. And I could never find that game again since. Like, my dad, Papa Vamp had it. Like, Papa Vamp actually had that game. And it was hexagon tiled. And, oh my God. And I had so much fun playing it. And he got that one. No, it wasn't Total War. Total War was like more historically accurate. No, I did get into Total War because of him as well, actually. That was another one. Total War was because of him too. No, because that guy's like, it was really, I mean, like, Mama Vamp, it was very old. And it was hexagon tiled, and you played levels instead of the whole map. And you had to sort of use like your dragons and Yeah, because Total War didn't have dragons in it. I do remember that much. Like I said, if I see it, I can tell you about it, and I'll be like, yeah, it's that one. Right. So as for Kaz's shirt, light grey. Oh, sorry. No, we need to refer to editing layer for this one. Oh crap! No, nope, nope. My brain's not doing well. All right, other layers. There we go. We'll get Kaz's shirt. I want to make that a little bit darker. I want to go like here. Yeah, that's the shirt. Because what I'm gonna do is, did I? Ignore me. Vamp fucked up. But yeah, actually, yeah, that was another game I got into because of Papa Vamp. Total War. That was because of him. I'm telling you, Mama Vamp, he was a closet nerd. Actually, thinking about it, some of the game genres I got into was because of Papa Vamp. And that was the strategy games, certain shooters, because I don't play shooters unless there's a unique mechanic like Rainbow Six. Like, I remember that game, you could control like 6 people at once. That was crazy. I think Battlefield I got into because of him as well. I don't play it now because I'm not really into it because it's the same old thing now. But I remember I got into that because of him. There's a lot of games he got into, I got into. And then I started playing it when he didn't play it and I was like, actually, this game's pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. Papa Vamp actually chose some really good games. I'm not gonna lie. And I got into him because of him. But yeah. I need to play Hitman again at some point, actually. That would have been... sorry, just trying to drop the bucket in these like little gaps of their clothing here. Right, now I can fade it. Because I want to bring this back. Because one thing I will be doing on the revamp is editing Kaz's shirt a little bit. I might do this on a separate layer. No Bert escaped. No Bert. I'm going to make this like a lot thicker. And what I'm going to do is try to sort of do like one of those like stylized outline shirts. Yeah, actually, if we do it like that, just polygon it as an absolute reference to like. I still remember my first, like, what was it? My first PlayStation game. I went with like Crash Bandicoot, and then like later on, then I got into Final Fantasy. I think it was a game I think you tried to get me into, and I was like, nah. And then like as soon as I played it later on, I was like, oh. Actually, tell a lie. I am into this sort of game. Pardon me. That was my tea slipping out there. I apologize. Absolutely apologize. That was not me. It was my tea. It popped out, say hello, and come back down again. But yeah, that was a bit of a slip of the tea there. And then just sort of do it in all its blocky glory. There we go. But yeah, Sonic. Oh yeah. Joe, I got like, there was a team of Sonic fans that actually made like a newish retro version of the Sonic games. What do you mean I've been rude? How was I rude? I don't understand. What? How was I rude? I don't get it. There we go. And then I think that's it. And then sort of like that. And like I say, make it as blocky as possible. Okay, yeah, if I... Alright, cool. Fair, got it. Belching. Look. Look, it wasn't me. It was my food, okay? Not my food, my tea. You know, you could take that up with my tea. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is kind of rub out these bits. Because what I'm going to do, if I can reference this to a panel later on, and just sort of... That's it, yeah. Make the... Get a bigger rubber, because that rubber is a bit too small. But what I want to do is kind of make like a blend look. So it kind of looks kind of cool. And then just sort of, yeah, that's it. Sort of like that, so it kind of links in. So I kind of want to get that sort of... Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to belch. I apologise, Mum, of that. That was and then just sort of, that's it. And then... And again, make a little reference here as well. And then... Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. So if we kind of now... Yeah, that looks cool. I'm happy with that. But now we just got to try and sort of... Just get some extra details in, like there. Oops, sorry. Just do like little... That's it. Get the rubber again and just sort of... That's it. Sort of like that. And like I say, this will be like a little reference to FF7 without it actually being outright FF7. I'll just do that. Yep. And then... There we go. I don't know. I don't like the way that neck's not too far out. I think that neck's a little too far in. So maybe that. Keep their jacket like that and just sort of... Yeah. And then maybe use the rubber again to my advantage and just sort of do that. So I'm just trying to like get like the vibe of this in and just sort of like go, yeah. What's this? Right, please do not message advertisements like that on my kick, please. I'm gonna ban you for that. Please do not do that again. Thank you. Right, anyways. Sorry about that. Scammers. Scammers be scamming. Because they're scamming. If you're going to enter this chat, we like conversation, not hey, do one more views? Tony, scammer, please message me. Yeah, we don't do that shit here. But yeah. Yeah, if we make like the edge of the blades as well a little thinner. Like that, and then just sort of do some marks there as well. I think that's fine. And then maybe just sort of like that, and then yep, okay, cool. I'm kind of happy with that. Now, what do I do? Do I want to just do the outline in sort of like a transitional thing, or I don't know. Or do we want to do the inside? I'm going to experiment a little. I think it's time for a little experimentation. So if we do something like this, maybe? Now, if we kind of zoom in a little, I'm thinking... Get rid of that for a second. Okay, that might be kind of cool. if I can pull this off, right, so it's showing me that I kind of have to make an alteration. So if I kind of do that, rub that bit out, that looks a lot better. Do that, get that, pick that up. Sorry, I'm trying to like sort of focus in on this bit. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Do that, do that. And then jump back up. And then get the that, and then just sort of select, deselect, maybe lower the tolerance to about 0. And just sort of select, deselect. So, okay, so we've got to get that, pick up that, and just sort of that. Do that, and then undo, edit, undo. Get back to that, and then just sort of okay, cool. And then again, pick that up and just sort of drop it in the middle here, and then okay, cool. So now what I want to do is select color gourmet. We don't margin error is going to be 0. And then just pick that, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is get a spray can. I just want to try something out. But I need a spray can. Where's my spray can brush? There we go. And then kind of go like this. No, I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it at an angle. So maybe do that, and then go darker, and just sort of right, chat. I'm gonna try to experiment with something here quickly, and just see if experiment with something, and just sort of do that. And then that, and actually sort of get it to the point where might have to get the spray can a lot smaller, and just sort of, and then the middle should be something more like this. No, somewhere a bit more uncompromising, like that, and then just sort of like that, and then go darker, and then just do that for the middle ground one. Have a good afternoon. You too, Mrs. Vamp. Just trying to figure out something. So I don't know whether line work or non-line work. I think with the line work, yeah, we'll do it like that. And that will be like the t-shirt. Yeah. Okay, file. Okay, file, save. I kind of like that because that's like a lovely direct reference to Final Fantasy, but at the same time, it's not too on the nose. I think that's the vibe I'm going for. You too, Mrs. Mama Vamp. I kind of like it with the lines. I think it is blending a little too much there, though, so we're going to have to sort of do that, get the white in, and just sort of outright just get that lines in there. Yeah. There we go. Save. kind of like that. I'm thinking of cutting that and put it with that layer and just make that whole t-shirt sort of a thing. To be honest, I don't mind even just merging this down. So merge downward layer below. Awesome. Right, now we got that sorted. So the sofa color here is kind of like, because it's, I would say that's like more of a leather sofa. So I want to give it like darker colors here. There we go. By the way, guys, if you want to get your artwork there, what's going on here? Oh no, that's part of the sofa. Okay, cool. Okay, just want to make sure. Right, let's get the sofa color in first, because the sofa is pretty much in most of the scene, so we might as well. Oh, Mangfang's hat needs to be done. There we go. And then just sort of let it undo. Something's wrong at some point. There we go. And then see if that hits the, yeah, it kind of hit most where the line work was missing. Okay, and then just sort of, that's it. Awesome. And then what we're going to do is just sort out the sofa, and then we can get on with the rest of the colouring. That is the weirdest alarm sound I've heard in my life. That was a weird siren there. There we go. There we go. But yeah, there we go. And now we can kind of... Awesome. There we go. Awesome. There we go. And just sort of do that, and then just sort of just try to think how to so I think for the seat themselves, I think we should just go for it. Yeah, there we go. And then there we go, and then just sort of fill it up here. Fill it up. Fill it up, whoa. But yeah, there we go. Do 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 do. Bum bum da da dum. Okay, so the sofa's done. And yeah, okay, cool. Just need to know where like the darker bits of the sofa is, just so I kind of, okay, and then here we'll just sort of boom, and then it kind of makes sense. You'll see what I mean in a mo. Notice the right, mate. Again, could you please stop spamming your advertiser bots? We do not accept advertising here. Boom. There we go. We do not have that. You keep doing that, I will report you to Twitch, because I've now got your username. Thank you. And I will report you on Discord as well. Right, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Got bots spamming spamming Kick. That keeps going. I may have to just end the stream on Kick at least. There we go. Oh, there we go. Awesome. There we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, cool. So, what have I done for Kaz's hair in the past, actually? Just want to have a check. Just get my references up and running. Right, yeah, done it completely white anyways. Or did I do it slightly? Yeah, no, completely white. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. And then the headband itself. Get a skin color out of the way as well. Just get a skin color in as well, just to get her out of the way. Yep, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Enderline escape. No, no one caught the Pokemon. Boo, Ridge. Do, do. There we go. There we go. And sorry guys, we're just like sorting out some stuff. Just give me a moment, I'll be with you. And then white. Sort out some bits here. There we go. There we go. Awesome. Okay, I'm happy with that. Just having a look, just to make sure. Forgot to put something else in as well. I'm in a day of forgetfulness today, I think. There we go. Just sort of, that's it. That's better. Awesome. Right, we've got a lovely little table there. There we go. Trying to think. Right, we're just kind of concentrate on the characters first, then we'll concentrate on the background. It's just more of just trying to think of things quickly. We need the original book again. Right, M Penguin, we are just gonna have to we're gonna have to remove you. We do not have this on our stream. advertisers, again, you try to advertise your stuff again, we will report you to Twitch and the higher ups because we do not accept stuff like this here. Right, let's ban you. Give me 1 moment, chat. I apologise for this. Oh dear. There we go. Sorry guys, no advertisements please. We do not accept that here, no matter what. Right, so yeah, just go for like a light grey. There we go. I think his hoodie is on one of the previous pages. Just want to make sure. There we go. And do you know what? Just to keep it simple. Yeah. There we go. There we go. And then just sort of. There we go. Do this inside the hoodie as well. There we go. I'm happy with that. Just having a look. Just having a think. Okay, cool. Sorry, just thinking to myself. Oh dear. Oh dear, right, I can see what's gone on here. So I'll do that. Just do that and then back on it so I can see what's going on. Oh. There you go. That's happened. There we go. And then don't just do that. There we go. And Sorry to be quiet, guys. I'm just on focus mode at the moment. Just have a look at the original. Oh, no, because we can actually look at it, because there probably would, most kids wouldn't really change their shoes, so. Just a little bit. There we go. As long as they're the same. Oh, sorry, whoops, made a mistake there. There we go. And then just sort of. There we go. And then just sort of. There. Right. Because this might be a little bit of a long stream, I'm just going to take like a quick 5-minute break. Just to sort of, recalibrate myself, give you guys a chance to hop on and stuff like that. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. There we go. Just give me a moment just to sort of, because I think there's something I've seen that I need to sort out. Zoom out a little bit. Yes, side bits of his cap. Sort out that sofa bit as well. There we go, and then we'll pick up this, and then just sort of. There we go. All right, cool. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we'll see you. That 15-minute break, and we'll see you soon. Hi everybody, welcome back. I apologise for my little bit of absence, but we're going to do some live. We're going to go back to arting. I'm just checking if there's any art to show off. There is no art for art show and tell at the moment being, but yeah. But anyways, let's go. So right, we're gonna do our main character as well, get their clothing going, and then we'll slam back. So yeah. Oh no, because it's the start of the scene. I've just realised I keep going back to pages and I'm like, okay, cool. And then again, keep it to the original revamp. And then kind of go for like that sort of dark. Yeah. And then just keep his like clothing design nice and simple. There we go. And then just sort of fix that a little bit. What time is it? 12:31. And then just sort of, there we go. But yeah. There we go. Hello? Oh, sorry. I was just, I thought someone came out like, hello? Hello, friend. Yep. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, thank you, bot. Just trying to, yeah, the belts are done on both sides, except for that. Sort of drop that in there a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Joe, I'm good. I'm. There we go. Oh, hold up. I made a mistake. I made a little whoopsie doopsie. There we go. Fix that quickly. There we go. Awesome. And then just sort of... Ah! No! Yeah! I messed up. Do-do-do-do. Ah, crap. No, bad vamp. What you gonna do? There we go. When bad habits come for you. There we go. And then hopefully if I could. Try to poke that little dot there. There we go. Awesome. And just sort of, that's it. And then, there we go. Awesome. I'm going to pick up this again because I want to try and sort of clean this up by hand a little bit more better. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. I'm happy with that. There we go. I needed that tea. There we go. Just trying to think. I think his shoes are done. It's just his hair. Just his hair, my dude. That's it. That's one bit of his hair done. And then just sort of. There we go. Right, I'm gonna have some water as well because it's a bit hot.
Bit hot, guys. Let's do it around.
There we go. Oh, God. Need it. There we go. There we go. Awesome. I want to try and correct that little mistake there and obviously correct a few little things here and there as well. Just get that little white there, just whoop. And then get a grey here. This is why I hate drawing tiny. Because when you draw tiny, your brain gets go, my brain would have been skeletal. Man. Anyways, no, He-Man, you cannot touch my dangly bits. Anyways, that was so messed up. Oh, God. Yo, your brain just goes into weird places. I'm having one of those moments right now. My brain's just going into very strange places. Nope. There we go. I forgot. Wow, I'm forgetting a lot of my live work today. This is what happens when your brain that goes bing, 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 all over the place. Your brain just goes a little weird.
Goes all over the place.
This is why, to be honest, I really need to be tested for ADHD. Because I swear to God, the way my brain works sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm autistic, but at the same time, it's like, I could be all the ADHD. Not just autistic. Just the way my brain works, you know. There we go. How long have I been live for, by the way? Oh, about 2 hours. Oh, I love this tune. This tune's pretty cool. Right, so we got the TV, we got that. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm happy with that. And then looking at the original, we're going to click up the original for a second here, just to sort of... Yeah, so her walls are pretty much white. So, yeah, we'll do that. And then just any of the backgrounds, like them at the back. Yeah, there we go. And the TV, obviously, because we'll just do that and then just sort of darken that a little bit. I think I'm just going for like most of the furniture would be quite like bright. But like, you know, like Japanese like tables and, you know, frames and doors would have like sort of like imagery on them. Pardon me. There we go. There we go. And they're just sort of, that's it, awesome. And meant to be and fly with me. Guys, what would you say if I finish this page a little earlier today, that maybe I should do a little gaming? Would you like that? Or would you just like me just to carry on with like newer pages and stuff like that? I'm pretty good with this. I want to do the frame of the tables lighter. Just like, yeah. There we go. Oh, I love the piano on this. It's quite beautifully like do do do. Do, 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 do. If we do that and then that and then and again and just sort of there we go. Book it. Just work on the background stuff that doesn't need imagery for now and then just sort of go from there. And again, just sort of do a smidge of just different grey. There we go. And then back to white, and then just sort of, yeah, that's it. Kind of gives the room a bit more of a like nice little homely vibe to it. Right, so what we want to do. The original. Sorry, I'm trying to get out the original, Vamp. Get up the original. Okay, the carpet looks a bit darker, so we're gonna go with this because the carpet's not really seen, so I don't mind kind of fudging the details of this a little bit. Just as long as you know, go. Ah, this is Jess's house. There we go. And we got no more carpet here, so what I'm gonna do. Let's get the magic wand and just boop, and then get like specific spray and just kind of make that carpet texture feel a bit more, and then a little brighter. Get the specks out. And again, just get that sort of grain going on. And then just get that again, get a bit darker again. Just sort of, that's it. And select, deselect. There you go, now we've got our nice little like carpet vibe going on. Kind of like it, kind of like it. And we're getting to the point where we need to do some imagery in the moment, so... we want to make that about the same sort of look and colour. So we'll do the front like this, and then the top, and then the side, and the top should be a bit more darker. There we go, awesome. I'm actually going to make that front like that, so you know that's where the videotape goes in. Back in my day when I was a kid, we had VHSs, yes. Yes, I know you're going to call me old grandpa. Back in my day! Yeah, I know what you're like, chat. I know what you're like. Fucking bring it. But yeah. There we go. Just put some like that. Get some white ones there as well. Just sort of like, just get that DVD collect, like that video VHS collection a bit more like variety looked. There we go. Just get that house feel lived in. Right, I want to do a quick research. Just want to do some Japan. I want to see some Japan rugs. sorry, just seen a Peter Griffin one. It just. Oh, that tickled me pickle. That did. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so if we go like a little brighter, like that and that. So what I'm gonna do is get this, and then and then just sort of. Hello? Oh, sorry. Every time I pop up my head, I was like, I thought someone was chatting to me. It's like, hello. Thank you for the like, by the way. I have noticed. And then this sort of. And then just sort of maybe. And then just sort of. And then just sort of. Select deselect, and then no, actually, Joe, what? I'm actually got an idea for this one. We're gonna drop the bucket. Where's my bucket? Drop the bucket into your choke. Sorry. That was pretty bad. I apologize. I apologize. And then just sort of. There we go. Nidorino escaped. No one wanted a Nidorino. Oh no. Oh dear. Alright, we'll do that and then. And then make that smaller. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like the vibe of that. And then trying to think like, because I kind of want to do like a silhouette thing. I just don't know whether from the middle. Just do that. And then sort of start from the middle and go dark. I meant to use the wrong brush. There we go. And then just sort of start from here and then just work my way. And then then that's it, yeah. There we go. And then just sort of fix up the panels here. And then what we can do and then oops, sorry. There we go. And then just sort of make a bigger brush again. Just sort of let's do that. Yep, and then get the rubber and then just sort of... Yeah, I kind of like that. Like, the portrait kind of looks very, very nice now. It's like... I was just like, yeah, just simple but yeah, effective. I think that's gonna keep it that sort of thing. And then just sort of... There we go. And just sort of... Yeah, I think that's fine. And then just sort of... Maybe do... Yeah. Yep, and then... Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. There we go. Do 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 do. Sorry, I'm just having a think. Do 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 do. I'm happy. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. It's now just the shading now. There we go. File, save. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. I'm kind of down with that. I like the vibes of this. Do 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 do. Just trying to think. What do I do? My brain's thinking, what do I do now? Right, we need to do dark shading. I know that much. I was just thinking, like, what angle am I doing this from? Well, we've got to do it where the characters are, aren't we? You didn't see I fucked up. You didn't see I fucked up. You didn't see I fucked up. Shh, 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 shh. Just sort of. There we go. Awesome. Right, now we can get on with the shading. So I'm gonna have to make this. I can't have it too thin, but I can have it like just about there. I'm happy with that. Do 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 do. And then just sort of. There we go. Yeah, I think do that for him and jump back down. I just need to fix a couple of bits. And then just fix the sofa bit here. And then we'll fix the gloves a little bit as well. There we go. And just sort of, there we go. And then drop down to black, jump that back up, and then just sort of. There we go. And then. There we go. And then get the rubber and just sort of nick that there. There we go. Awesome. Do do do. There we go, and then just sort of do 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 do. There we go, and then just do that. Awesome, and then do do do. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. Do 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 do. Let's have some tea. Just have a little think. There we go. There we go. And There we go, and then just sort of. There we go, awesome. That's awesome. There we go. That's fine. I'm happy with that. And then just sort of forgot to do a bit of shading here. Just sort of. Hello! Welcome to the stream. How you all been doing? I hope you guys doing well so far. I hope you guys been looking after yourselves. Sorry, Vamp was a little bit on full focus mode at the moment. So I'm just bopping my head to this tune, just like boo 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 doo 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 doo. Sorry, I was a bit quiet just for the last few minutes. I was just trying to think, just trying to think of things so far. It's just like do 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 do. Just try and shut this out a little bit. There we go. This is why I hate drawing tiny, 'cause it messes with my mindy. There we go. Maybe I should create a song. Why do I hate drawing tiny? What do you think, guys? Okay, so now we just gotta just sort of fix this up a bit. Do 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 do. Right, so yep. There we go, and just sort of. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking. Hey, AJB, how you been doing? I know who's on chat now because I literally just just saw someone put something on poster right here. Oh god. There we go. Just sort of do that a little bit. You're right, JP. I know it's you because I literally just saw you post something and upload right here. Oh god. There we go. And just sort of. I literally saw you post your art. We'll probably do, well, because like no one, literally you're the first person come on stream today. I've been like streaming for like almost 2 hours. And it's been very quiet stream so far. It's been a bit of a quiet one. But yeah, no, how you been, JP? You working or you free today or what? Oh, JP, have you been hearing what's been going on with Mouse lately? Like, have you heard, by the way? I know you probably don't keep up with this shit. I don't either. I just found out. It was like, whoa. Fair enough. Well, if you want to jump on mic with me, I'm happy to sort of accommodate you once you're a bit more uppies. I'm probably going to finish the stream by around about half two-ish today, roughly. Right, someone's advertising on thing again. Bunkai, there we go. I would, but I have to go to work. You suck, JP. You suck. You go to work. Boo, boo, adulting. Jeez, man, how dare you, adult? Jeez, no, I'm joking. No, I hope things are all right though overall. Yeah, it's been really quiet actually. Don't know why. You would have thought all the summer holidays kicked off and that. Because I thought, I'll celebrate my birthday stream with like an extra stream. And I'm going to be doing like a day stream on Thursday instead of doing a night stream as well. But since I'm off for a little, like off for the week almost, apart from Saturday. Couldn't get Saturday off sadly. But yeah. But I thought, yeah, fuck it. Why not do a little bit of streaming? Why not? You know, have a little fun. But yeah. But at the moment, I'm on the shading like the black shading stage of this page at the moment. So I'm trying to deal like with all the tiny bits first, like here, like the really tiny drawing bits. It's like I've just had to get like the right thickness of the pen just to make sure I don't go like over anything. But yeah, no, let's see what you're drawing anyways. Just I won't show it on stream yet because I'm gonna probably do stream showing till at about 1:30. Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Can't wait to show that to everyone later on. Yeah, that looks really good actually. But yeah. But anyways, like I said, JP, have you heard what's been going on with Iron Mouse? Like, it's actually like borderline like crazy shit. Like, I wouldn't say it's as crazy as Doki, but it's the fact of her agency of all things, and it's like, what the fuck? But and everyone's like really like invested in it, like because of obviously the shit she's gone through and stuff like that, and it's like, what the hell? But yeah, I just wondering, Jay, if you found out about it, because I already found out all this morning. It's been on my fucking YouTube feed. So, long story short, allegedly, she's now left VShojo because $500,000 that she raised for charity hasn't been donated to charity by her organization because she didn't want to have her like personal details out. Her agency used to handle everything. And apparently she's owed a lot of money as well. So she's literally just went, yeah, straight up left. Not even like literally just straight up left. And there might be some court shenanigans going on. It's like, what the fuck? And this is like Iron Mouse of all people as well. This has happened to. And I'm surprised at VShojo because, like I say, I don't normally get invested in these things, but it's just a fact, like, this was a company going, oh, look how well we treat our VTubers and that. And then just that came out of fucking nowhere. And I was like, it was like an out of left field thing. But yeah, she did an announcement video and everything. And now, like, everyone's on, like, VShojo's back because it's like, it's not just taking money from her is just the thing, which is bad enough. It's now, like they practically, from allegedly, probably stole money from charity as well. Like, money that should have gone into the charity. But yeah. That's why, like, everyone's getting proper like, even I'm like, the fuck? Like, yeah. I just thought it was fucking crazy, and I thought it's like one of the most like beloved companies as well. VTuber companies have just been absolutely fucking grinded on. Like, if I think that's the problem there. If it was Niji Sanji, everyone would be like, yeah, whatever. Like, we all heard who they are. We know how scummy they are. Know what they did to Doki. It's just that company of all places. It's like, what the fuck? That apparently did something like that, and I was like, holy shit. But yeah. But it's also like a lot of reasons why a lot of VTubers left that company recently. There's apparently a lot of mismanagement going on. It's like, holy shit. But yeah. No, I thought you might find that interesting, because it's like, it's one of those things, like, usually people wouldn't bat an eyelid if like, say, like, Hasbro did something dodgy, or again, Niji, or like, you know what I mean, like the big company, like the companies that are well known for that shit. But yeah. But it's just like, I just found out all out this morning. I was like, no fucking way. But yeah. But it just goes to show you can't really can't really trust any companies these days. There we go. and then just sort of. And sorry, I'm just kind of like focused on this at the moment. Just trying to get like everything sort of. There we go. Oh, and can't forget to do this as well because their feet are on the ground. So gotta get that shadow under the feet. You know, you gotta get that sweet, sweet shadow. Sweet home Alabama. Oh, by the way, there's a new anime I've been watching, JP, and it's actually really fucking good. It's very weird. It's an anime about trash, but it's actually really fucking good. Like, the concept is fucking crazy, but it's actually, by the second episode, it really kicks out. That's pretty wild. The idea of a VTuber organization is still so weird to me as someone who doesn't follow it. At first I was like, I tell you what, JP, like, at first I was like, okay, yeah, because then it gives people like a platform to kind of get big. And now you kind of find all the shit, like, after all Niji Sanji's done and bit like, yeah. But the fact that one of the most, like, they are known to look after their VTubers have done this to Iron Mouse, their biggest personality, or one of their biggest, is like fucking crazy. But that's the thing though, it's like getting published by a company. Like, yes, you will lose some of your money that you earn out of it, but in exchange, you get like a company that has money behind them to sort of go out there and advertise you in a way. And I think that's the same with VTuber agencies. It's more of you, instead of like comics and that, it's like personalities essentially. So, you know, because some of them are like trained voice actors as well that work for these agencies as well. So it gives people a chance to sort of make it, if you get what I mean. So even if they separate, they could do their own thing afterwards. But yeah, it's just though, what after that happened, you're just like, either they're to be honest, I'm gonna keep an eye on it because I got a feeling it potentially it will go fucking wild because everyone knows who Mouse is. If this goes to court, yeah, like that. Yeah, it's just the same as TV networks. I've got a feeling, because of what's been going on with Hasbro for a few years, as you know, with D&D, all their scandals. Warhammer's now been in quite a few scandals. Obviously, Niji Sanji, with all their shit, that's the VTuber stuff. Like, a lot of companies, even in our country, like, a lot of big companies are getting fucking called out lately. And people are starting to question the way they price things. Nintendo, obviously, with the £8 price tag and the bricking of the consoles. I think if this goes to court, I think there'd be a lot of regulations coming in to keep companies in line. I think if this gets taken to court, I generally think this is what's going to happen. And because she's such a big personality, like, I just wouldn't be surprised, like, there will be an uprising in consumer rights. Because it's been happening, like, it's been on the rise for years now. Like, people are just clocking onto things now that they should have clocked onto ages ago. And I don't think it's just companies are going to head for, like, a bit of a cleanse. I think certain people will be starting to be pushed out as well. And I'm talking politically as well. You know, when you see, alright, this is how I see it. If you're in like one niche, you don't see the patterns. But when you're in so many other niches and you kind of see things in the bigger picture, you start seeing a pattern. And there is a pattern now going on. And honestly, like the Stop Killing Games initiative as well, that's been kicking off. And like big personality of Pirate's been called out for his shit now. I've just got a feeling like it's gonna blow up to something really massive. And I mean, like, you know, like companies are going to get fucking called out, and they're not going to like it. And there's going to be like things set in place. All right, then go on then. Have a good one, JP. I know people go, "Oh, Vamp, you're being naive," but I'm going, no, generally, I think shit's about to go down soon. And it's going to be a way we won't see coming, unless you see like the warning signs. And it's like I said, I think I made a prediction like on the stream, on one of my other streams, that what society is going through is a Caesar syndrome. So what I mean by Caesar syndrome is like any empire, like corporate or otherwise. Now, I know Caesar wasn't the first, but he won't be the last. But he's the most famous example. Is you build up a really good empire, if things go well, and or a way of life goes well, and then you take a few wankers that take it way too far, and then they go, right, so yeah, you're like, I'm God now, essentially. This is what they do, is I'm God now. You have to believe what I believe, you have to say what I say, blah blah blah. I think we're on that tipping point now where shit's about to go down and things are going to get called out completely, and it's either going to end quite violently in a way, and I don't mean like just physical violence, I mean like there will be a purging basically of these scummy tactics and companies, and then after that like things are just going to be reset. There's going to be an equilibrium. Like, it's going to start from, like, round one again, like with the Roman Empire falling and stuff like that. I think our world is, worldwide, it's heading towards that tipping point. And I think we're on the verge of it. I've been saying it for years now. I said, like, give it, like, first time I said it for 10 years, 5 years. Like, give it about 2 or 3 years' time, and I think something's going to happen. And there's either going to be all these new regulations coming and people will buck up their ideas for a while, or it's just going to go like all out revolution mode. And like I say, it doesn't have to be like what we had back in the day, like, Tudor times when a revolution would be violent. But I just mean like people will just go against corporate greed. People are going to go utterly against corrupt governments, and it's just going to be a purge. There's going to be people sent to prison and stuff like that. And I think we're hitting that tipping point. Because, like, people, like, we as a society take a lot of shit from companies, and I think there's going to be a point now where we're not going to take that shit anymore, and it's starting to show. And it's all started with I think, to be honest, it started mostly with the OGL scandal and the Niji scandals that they've been going through. Because it's now more public, more than ever, like everything goes on behind closed doors. And then it's just like one thing after another. We're just seeing these companies, like both on a like local level, our country-wise, and worldwide, and personalities are now just being found out and getting called out left, right, and center. I just think something's big's on the horizon. It's crazy, actually. It's just sitting there, you just think about it, and just like, the world's just gone absolutely fucking batshit. It's crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Like, do you think I'm talking crap? Do you think, I wouldn't say prophecy, but my prediction won't come to pass? Like, let me know. But like I say, I reckon we're on the very tip of the Caesar syndrome, and that's when everything's going to come crashing down for these people. But what do you know? I'm just an autistic person that sees patterns. I just see the patterns. That's all I see. And if you look at history, and it's like, if you do not learn from history, you're always doomed to repeat it. And in a way, this is why I have to admit, I'm in the mindset of we shouldn't wipe history. Even if it's uncomfortable, even like what we know about our history is not great. We need to know about it, because we need to learn from it and, you know, and actually improve ourselves as people and as society. You know what I mean? But like I say, what do I know? And I think history is going to start repeating itself very soon. I'm not going to be kidding you. I think history is going to repeat itself, and people are going to understand why it is so important to learn from the past, why it's so important to be a decent person. You know, like, it's like I said to even people I knew, like, who are not nice people. I just turned around and went, one day, right? It might not be now, but one day you will get found out. There you go. But yeah, but again, that's just me predicting things, and like I say, I can be wrong. But every prediction I've made, when I see patterns, 9 times out of 10 comes into fruition, because it's more pattern recognition. And maybe it's my tism brain seeing it, but when you see a pattern, you see things happening, and you're like, it's happening. To be honest, I hope I'm wrong, because I don't really want anything crazy to happen. But at the same time, it's like, but looking at trends and history and stuff like that, you're kind of looking at it, you're going, yeah. But yeah. And like I said, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And I hope I am. Maybe hopefully I am talking shit. But yeah. No. But let me know what you think. But yeah. But like I say, that's just my prediction. There you go. But yeah. So there you go. There we go. And then awesome. That's it. And then just sort of fill that. Can I just have a look how it looks? Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm happy with that. I might shade the characters first and then do the background, because at least then my brain kind of can keep track of itself. Right, first off, do the sofa. What I might do though is do like a little early shading of where they're sitting. Just sort of, that's it. And then just sort of, yeah. And then There we go. And just sort of Awesome Reno. To be honest, it's probably better if I just do it like that. There we go. Awesome. Do 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 do. Sorry, just bopping to this tune. Do, 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 do. There you go. Just fix that a little bit. Do, do, do. Let's go. There you go. Yep, I'm happy with that. There we go. So I just want to do like the shading where the characters are early, just so it just looks a bit more, you know, done nicely. There you go, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? Looks nicer, doesn't it? There we go, and then just sort of... There we go. And just sort of... Hey, you're right. Do, do, do. There we go. Awesome. I'm happy with that. Do 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 do. There we go. And then just sort of. Do, 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 do. There we go. Do, do. Thank you for the thing, Kofi. There we go. And then there we go. And then just sort of. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then do the shoes. I might just raid pretty much because it's been pretty quiet today, so don't think anyone else is going to really turn up. So that's fine. It was an extra stream anyway, so, you know, I had fun. So that's what the most important thing is. But yeah. There we go. And then just sort of, there we go, get the rubber and just sort of do. There we go. Right, we're gonna raid somebody now because it's been a pretty quiet day, and do you know what? I had fun, so we'll show JP's art probably like later on. But yeah, we'll go. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. For those who came by today to watch part 2 of my birthday stream, and yeah, we'll see you a little later. There we go. We're gonna raid Chrissy today. Anyways, guys, so the raid message today is we are here to steal your creamy tea. We're gonna say we're here to steal your creamy tea. Anyways, guys, don't forget to follow, like, comment, and follow the artist about to raid and myself for anyone who's watched this from anywhere, even from previous. And we'll see you all later. Bye.